Hello, hello, hello. You are welcome onto my YouTube channel, Rev Kathy Kiuna. This is Woman Without Limits. I know you know that we bring you amazing stories. And today we have a fantastic one. Fantastic. So, Vinita tells me I have very amazing names, the most common in both tribes. I said, okay, Vinita Otieno Wanjohi. I said, okay.
Isn't it the truth, though, right?
Karibu sana.
Thank you for having me, Reverend. It's my pleasure.
It's so good to have you.
Thank you.
You know, and then you'll tell us the concoction of the names after we talk. But tell us about Vinita. So where are you coming from? Who is this girl?
Okay, how would I describe myself? I guess Vinita is a girl with a vision and a plan. Everything I attempt to do is visualized and then purposed on paper. So currently I'm co-founder of Smart Gyms. I am a mom of 4 girls. I am a wife of Duncan Wanjohi.
Yeah.
That's the mix.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a lot to go with that. My passion is health and wellness.
Okay.
I like to say I'm called to be of service according to his plan.
Come on.
So I want to wake up with a purpose, and as I move, I want to impact.
You
but
want
not
to
me.
impact. Yeah. Other lives.
Other lives.
Other
yeah.
lives.
Yeah.
So tell us about yourself. Like before you got to this, into Mrs. Wanjohi and children and all that, Mama Boy and all that. You said you had this calling when you were in class 2?
Yes.
How old would that make you?
9. It was very clear to me. I've always been passionate about fitness.
Yeah.
I will attribute my parents to some point because we grew up going to Parkland Sports Club and saw them exercising and doing things. But one thing was very clear to me from a young age. When I moved, before I did anything, I got clarity of thought.
When you moved?
When I moved.
Your body, you mean
by running, by walking, by being intentional. So I'd say my first visit to a physical gym was when I was 11 years old. And
oh my goodness,
I felt at home.
Yeah.
I felt at home. Flashback now, of course, I'm turning 44 in May. So now that I have had...
Are you serious? I want to see your certificate.
Yes.
I want to, after this,
show you my
you show me, yes. Oh, what is this? Are you serious though?
Yes, don't worry, age is a number. Your experience counts more.
It is just a number.
It is just a number.
Yes, talk to me now.
Just a number that is going. Look at you, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful,
Come
but
on.
you know this.
Come, you're my BFF, you know that, eh?
Done. It's a done deal.
It's a done deal.
Yeah, so for me, I knew that now that I'm saying I'm approaching 44, I've had time, I can reflect and see that what was happening possibly could have been a separation, your body and your spirit. Knowing that if you discipline your body, you get clarity of thought.
Right.
Your spirit, yeah.
Yeah, so you started at a tender age to realize that.
Yes, I like to believe so. So the revelation came early, being able to know what you love.
Yeah.
I'll say it as that, because now, of course, again, looking back, I can see a lot of people might struggle to find your purpose. But your purpose is inside you. And my purpose inside me came to fruition earlier. Because
Very early.
Very early.
Yeah. Did your parents help you? Like, did you tell them what you were feeling?
I told them, and I mentioned I'm Vinita Otieno. So that means I should be a doctor, a lawyer, a professor. It goes with the name. So I did mention I wanted to be involved in fitness. I did meet some resistance. Then it became a lot after I finished Form 4 because I wanted to study kinesiology. I wanted to study wellness. I wanted to transform people. I had this, and they were like, "You're not going to be a PE teacher.
You are Otieno. Do you realize?
Exactly.
Doctor,
And
lawyer.
So like, you will do law." So I said, "No problem," because I'm good at talking. I enjoy talking, and I like learning.
Yeah.
So I did study. I did international studies. I did law, but the calling was still there. So despite being far from my parents, I did fitness as well. Because that is what I was called to do.
Right,
and no
so
one
you
can
still
detract
did law.
you from your vision or your purpose. It is inborn.
So you still did law, but even as you were doing it, your desire, your heart,
my
your
heart
everything
was there. And I knew that my calling for me is to help you find out who you really are through fitness. You see, the thing about fitness, it can get a bad rap. Everyone thinks you get fit for your waistline. I don't exercise for my waistline or how I look. Those
but
are
it is
benefits.
Although it's there.
Thank you. I will accept. Those are benefits. of fitness, but they're not all fitnesses. Fitness gives you a holistic way of living. Fitness makes you aware of who you are. Fitness, when you make your body submit through exercise, your spirit grows stronger, your intuition is stronger, you get to listen better. And I knew this. And I knew that the more people who get involved in this, then that's what happens. It's a benefit, yes, thank you very much for the waistline.
Yes.
Story,
It comes as a benefit,
it is a benefit.
but that's
It
not
is
the
not
reason you
no.
do it.
No,
Okay,
absolutely not.
now a lot of slimmer people don't believe they should do any exercise. Talk
It's
to
a
us
myth.
about that.
It is a myth.
Yeah.
It is similar. I shouldn't name brands because that is unfair. I was going to say, I'll use chocolate, for example. Just because there's a chocolate that is one way and there's a more pricey chocolate, does not mean they taste the same. Back to your body shape. Just because you're encased in a slimmer version of how you're meant to be does not make you fit. You can struggle with the stairs. How is your inside?
Because I've seen a lot of slim people with cholesterol issues.
There are many. There are many. You have cholesterol issues. Again, you can be bigger. You come in different packages, and we all appreciate that. You can be bigger, but you can be fitter than the person who's slimmer. That, again, is a misrepresentation of fitness. Because everyone thinks I'm skinny. In fact, I meet people tell me, why do you need to go to the gym?
Yeah.
You know, or you'll waste away, or you
Yeah.
do that. And I tell them, my dear, if you knew why,
The
the
benefits.
real way of exercise, you will join me immediately. As early as today, we have one in Parklands. You will walk with me off this set and you will come and join me.
Yes, of course. In Parklands,
It
we are
does
going.
a lot for your mind. It does a lot for your body. And does a lot, like you've mentioned, for your cholesterol. There are a lot of lifestyle diseases that are coming up over the last 10 years that have spoken to that.
Because of no exercise
No
at
exercise,
all.
yeah, you're assuming. Let's not go far. We can use COVID as an example. A lot of people I know have told me, you know, people who are dying during COVID were out of shape. I say that is not true. Read the studies. COVID did not discriminate. Yes, if you had a lifestyle disease, it came to the surface, but
Yeah.
it did not discriminate.
Yeah.
Whether
Yeah.
you're young, whether you're old, whether you're slim, whether you're big, it did not discriminate.
It didn't.
Yeah,
It
your
didn't.
wellness is that. The people who, even if you were large and you were exercising ahead of time, you went through the medication, you survived.
And you survived.
You survived.
It was fine.
Those who are slim and maybe you're not exercising, you went.
They went.
That is it.
So exercise is very, very, very critical.
Yes, absolutely.
How should people do it?
I like to say start where you're at. There is no blueprint for exercise. And if you have one, set it aside. Exercise is your journey. You start. If you know you struggle with exercise, there's no way, if I tell you tomorrow come to the gym for 80 minutes,
You
you'll
will
come. Will
not
you not?
come.
Just the thought of it, you will take your duvet cover and you will sleep. You will say it is not me.
Yeah.
You see? So you start where you're at. Start with 20 minutes. If you know that you're driving, park further, walk. If you're taking the matatu, great. You've already started the exercise version. What more can you add? Alongside from walking, add your stretches. If you know that you're immobile, it does not excuse you from exercise. If you cannot walk, your hands can move. If your arms cannot, your legs can move.
So move.
Move.
Whatever
That's what I like to say. Whatever it
movement.
is, start with movement. And as you do that movement, then you start to increase. And then you want to do movement that you exert. As you exert yourself, then you transform. Yes, 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 yes. Exercise can be painful, as it should be. Nothing should
Nothing
come
good
easy.
comes easy.
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing
Absolutely
good comes
nothing.
easy.
I hear people say,
Yeah.
I don't want to feel pain.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Uh-huh.
And I say, how do you want to change? How do you want to grow?
Yeah.
How do you expect it?
Right.
A seed has to crush to the surface and it breaks through the soil. It does not lie dormant. If it does, it will not bear fruit.
It will never.
Same with exercise.
Right.
It will take from you. You will have a bit of pain. You will transform and you will change and you will love it.
And by the way, after the pain, the pain goes.
It will go.
The pain disappears
It
and you
disappears.
start
There you
enjoying.
go. Until Monday,
Yeah.
maybe Saturday, you've not gone. But it will get better.
You wake up again, you start.
It will get better. Your
Yeah.
body will definitely
Right.
get better. You grow.
Right, right.
So everybody should exercise. That's your take home, Rev.
Everybody should exercise.
There's no excuse.
Yeah. So do you get people then? Do you recruit?
Do I recruit people into fitness? I hope so. I hope that I'm a living testament of what I do. I like to think that if you bump into me in the supermarket and I'm carrying 2 bags, you say this lady gyms, and I tell you exactly which gym to go. I recruit people daily. If you tell me you're struggling with this, my solution is always Start with exercise. Because when you do something else, everything that is going on with you comes to the surface, and then you're able to deal with it.
So, in this journey of fitness, is that where you met your husband? How did you meet?
You see, God is faithful. I met my husband in the gym. And no, I'm not those people who go to the gym to meet husbands, but it can happen, so dress appropriately. Anyway, I met my husband in the gym. So I was exercising on the cross trainer, and he walked in.
This Wanjohi man?
Yeah, oh, he's so handsome.
He
is, yes, my Wanjohi, Duncan Wanjohi.
Yeah.
So he walked in as I was exercising. When my husband walked in, I saw us and our children.
Okay,
I did not see the sex of the children. We were again at the gym. I was doing the tricep extension this time, but there were children near us. Flashback now, I understand that this is the gym, which is where we currently are at.
Stop.
Which part? It is the truth. Which part do I stop? How do I stop?
My
telling you about my Wanjohi.
My shock is that you saw him and you saw children.
I saw. I'm telling you, I even called my mom after the gym. I told her I've met my husband. She's like, Vin, you're too much. I told her, Mom, I've seen my husband. The next day, my best friend then, we're no longer that close, but my best friend then, I made her come. I told her, you have to come and meet my husband. And she was like, you know, man, I told her, that's my husband. We had not talked.
He has not talked to you?
He has not talked to me, but
you
I
have
knew.
Seen.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
So you've both said nothing, but you can see.
In fact, he didn't even talk to me. I was on the cross train. I was very disappointed. I thought it would be instant.
Like he'll come and talk to you.
He'll see me and like my wife
this?
take my hand. It didn't happen like that, unfortunately. But I knew and I trusted. Again, before this journey, I've told you I've come back. I'm from university.
Yeah.
I have gone on a couple of dates and I said this is not for me. So I did write a list of what I wanted.
Right, in a man.
Husband. Yes. I always joke, I tell him, my love, if I added height, you'd have been taller. Because it's slightly taller than me. I didn't. But everything else came to pass. Everything.
Everything else?
Everything.
It lined up?
It lined up.
So
tick, tick.
Okay, how long is it going to take to talk to you?
Now, this is where I had to use strategy. Because I felt he was not in line. He did not see this.
He's not hearing.
For me.
Yeah.
So I always joke and I tell him, do you know how hard I worked for you? And later I'll tell you how he also had his confirmation. Yeah. But I'm like, he did not say hi, he did not do this. I am doing deadlifts, Google deadlift exercises, then you will know how hard I worked.
I know deadlifts.
Good. So I'm doing deadlifts in his vision, it's not working.
Yeah.
I have gone to sit outside, it's not working. But anyway, a few months later, he says hi, I say hi. Oh, he's beautiful. And then we talk. So now we are talking, still making effort.
Yeah.
So I invite him. My birthday is May 21st.
Yeah.
I tell him I'd like you to come for my birthday. He's like, sure, I'll come. My husband's very calm. So again, now we are at May 18th. He has not asked for my number. He has not asked where the birthday is. May 19th, he's sitting, so I tell him, are you coming for my birthday? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, how do you plan
to come?
To come.
Yeah.
So it turns out, in his words, he says, I am a very confident woman. He felt he had to approach me different. He says, I'm the kind of person who may be used to being hit on. And I told him, but me, I'd already known you are my person. Yeah. Now he had been talking to his best friend and he had said, I met this girl, she's very focused, she's this, but I have no idea. So anyway, I tell him where my birthday is.
Right.
May 21st, he shows up for my birthday, he holds my hand. Now we are 4 children later. And it's 15 years in September. Now, please note, as much as you have a vision, it could require you to do some work. It does not discount your vision, it does not make you mad.
Right.
Some people need to be assisted. Your visions are different.
Yes.
But if it is a strong vision from the right place, it will come to pass.
It's going to come to pass.
Yes. So that is my story.
So he also was a gym person?
He was. So him, funny enough, his mama told him, you need to come to the gym and meet this woman. Who is me? He said, she's very focused. My husband, I met him fresh off the boat. He had been in Kenya for a day before he was told by his mother to come to the gym. I had met his mother in the gym.
Boat from where?
He had come back from the States. So I say fresh off the boat.
Yeah.
He had not yet been corrupted in Nairobi. No offense. Anyway, so he came to the gym for that reason. Stop laughing. I'm pouring my heart and soul out to you. Why is this funny? It's not. Anyway, yes. So that's our story.
Right.
Yes.
So now the mother tells him, hey,
yes, yeah,
come and meet this
She looks
forecast.
focused. And this, he comes, he sees me, says,
When
first of all,
was the mother coming to the gym?
she was.
She
his
was?
parents' gym. Yes.
Oh, it's
So
his
I'd met
parents'
his
gym?
mom. No, it's not his parents' gym. His parents' exercise.
Okay.
It was at Parkland Sports Club.
Yeah.
Which is a members club. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that is it. So we meet.
Did the mother ever talk to you?
Yeah, in the gym.
Yeah.
Just saying hi, hi.
Just hi, hi.
Hi, hi.
But then she goes and tells the son,
You
come.
see, now that I'm a mother, by the way, if I see even me for my daughters,
Eh,
I will be
you
telling
will say,
them, you
go,
need to,
go.
this, the gym gives you focus. She was right on that. Somebody who gyms at 5 a.m. is focused, right? Because that's the time I
Totally.
used to go.
Completely.
Yeah.
I gym at 6 a.m.
See, you're very focused, I can tell.
Very
That is why
focused.
we are conversing.
That's why we are communicating.
Yeah, so that is our story. So that
Right.
is my Duncan. We met May 21st.
And it's 15 years
It's
ago.
15 years of marriage.
Yeah.
Plus 3.
So you said you had 3 children.
I had 3 children.
And then you were told you have menopause. But right now you mentioned 4 children. So can you tell us about that?
Now I will tell you that. Back to exercise.
So you're saying that it can even heal you?
Yes, absolutely.
How?
Absolutely.
How?
I mentioned to you, Reverend, I was diagnosed with menopause at 41. I knew before that, let's go 6 or 7 months before that, I knew I had hot flashes. I like makeup, as you can tell. And I know I'm in a meeting and I'm seeing brown rivers going down. And this is not working for me because then no one should be able to tell you're wearing makeup. When they see brown now, they know the secret is out. Anyway, long story short, I knew I had to go and find the doctor. And I made an appointment and I sat and they told me all these tests. Everything was leaning towards menopause.
Oh, man.
You've been planning and putting off exercise. Apparently, I know you think the gym is too expensive, it's too early, I don't have enough time. I'll give you 4 tips that you can use. You want to begin exercising, wake up. That's the first tip. The fact that you go to bed knowing you're going to exercise, you wake up, you do it. The second tip, drink more water, change your eating habits. The third tip is start. What's easier for you? If you know you've been sitting, start with walking. If you know you've been walking, start with jogging. If you know you've been jogging, time to run. Whatever exercise you do has to take from you. You must exert yourself. You must challenge yourself. Don't read the books that say you start slow. You know that sitting at home is already starting slow. Pick an exercise. Gift yourself 15 minutes of wellness. Trust me, your whole life will be transformed. The 4th exercise. Simple. Write it down. WhatsApp your friend. WhatsApp your family, write it in a notebook. Tomorrow I am exercising. You know what that does? It's called accountability. Not to you, to the team that surrounds you. If you have no one holding you accountable and you know you're weak, I mean, come on, let's be honest. December ended, everyone was starting exercising. The way we currently are at, we're almost halfway into the year. You've not done it. So you need that accountability. You need people to ask you in the middle of the day, did you exercise? Did you do it? You need people to call you out. Because you know what? It may be challenging to call yourself out at times. But my last piece of advice, start exercising. I tell you, after I have trained, there's nothing that I cannot do. You know why? Because I started with my heart. And my heart drove me past any other excuse that was in my way. Hope to hear your feedback soon. Be blessed.
Oh, man.
Vinita, me and my mom, I always tell my mom I didn't know I was going to get old. When I got white hair, I was crying. So allow me to explain. So the doctor told me, yes, it's menopause. We've done all the tests. This is it.
They
For
confirmed.
They confirmed.
Meanwhile, are you
There was
married at
not
that time?
I am. Oh, I'm happily married for 15 years.
You were married at that time?
Shout out, Duncan, I love you. Yes. I was married. At 15 years, I already had 3 children. So my mourning was not that I did not have children or a husband.
Yeah.
My mourning to me was, it has come early.
Yeah.
I am not prepared. I am in my 40s. Menopause should be in your 60s. In my head, according to my plan. Again, I told you I'm a visionary with a plan.
Yeah.
So this was not according to the plan. Anyway, so she tells me I have to go on hormonal treatment. I refuse. I told her I'm in fitness. Exercise will be able to reverse that. So I took up running. I cleaned out the carbohydrate. I like food. I think they'll tell you after this I've told them how much I like food. But I knew I had to change what I was eating in line with my movement and exercise. At this point, I have had no periods for a period of time. So she tells me, try hormonal treatment. I don't. I tell I'm not. I call my mom, first of all, devastated. My mom tells me, relax. I had mine at 35. Yours is late. Then she's like, you didn't know your sister had it at 38.
What?
And I'm like, we need to talk more about these things because I would have been mentally prepared. I wasn't ready. So I put myself into exercise. Researched, I knew that I'm going to cut out simple carbohydrates. I'm going to take up running. I'm going to do this. August 1st, 2022. I had a dream. In my dream, my baby is walking. I see a girl. Okay, that I didn't know she was my baby. But there's a girl walking. I'm irritated. Where I live, I like my gate closed.
Yeah.
Random children don't just walk
come
in unless
in.
they're coming to call our children.
Yeah.
So she's walking and she's barefoot. And I'm like, where are her shoes? But she's a fair girl. And I'm like, okay. Then I see I'm breastfeeding. And I'm in bed with my husband. The baby's in the middle, I'm breastfeeding. Then I see I'm being handed a child. So I sit in my car. 2:46 to 47 a.m. wondering what is going on. What does this mean? And I sit and I sit and I say, it's not possible. Because at this point, I've not had periods.
You have menopause.
I have, yeah, and I have no periods. And by the way, that's a good place to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is what's going on. And I'm there and I decide, still with a bit of doubt, I'll test in the afternoon. If you've had babies before, they always encourage you to test in the morning. But I was like, this cannot be. So let me test in the afternoon because for sure it cannot show 2 lines.
Are you feeling anything?
And it was, no, I felt nothing. I did not feel anything. And my last 3 pregnancies, I have had nausea. I have had all these things. So for me, I was like, but I know, because I know I've had things in dreams.
Yeah.
And I know that sometimes this could be. So I test and it's positive. Then I buy 5 more tests and they're all positive. So I go back to the doctor who diagnosed me with menopause. And I make an appointment and I sit and she's like, how are you handling things? Of course, probably in her mind, she was thinking I've come for the hormonal. Because the thing about menopause, it makes you, you're always on edge. It makes you very quick-tempered. You're easily irritated. I got a bit of a tummy, which is why I knew it was a hormonal issue, which is how I got myself to the doctor who diagnosed menopause.
Right.
Because I was like, there's no way I can have a stomach, I exercise. And then you get big breasts. So they were similar to what was diagnosed.
Right.
So anyway, I go and I see her and I tell her, yeah, so I'm pregnant. And then she laughs and she's like, no, you have menopause.
Stop joking.
Yeah, and I tell her, no, I am. And then she's like, what do you mean? I tell her I did test. Then she said it could be a false pregnancy. Then I told her, no. I told her it's going to pass because I've seen my baby and she's walking. Then she looks at me and she laughs. So I'm sure now she's like, she's menopausal and mad, which is fine.
Yeah.
You know? But she says she's not going to do a scan because I wanted a scan and I'm there with my
Menopausal and
Wanjohi
mad, yeah.
and I'm like, let me tell you, God has shown me this is what is happening.
Yeah.
My Wanjohi is so sweet, he's coming with me. He's like, let us go and confirm. So she tells us she's not testing. I tell him the baby is there.
Yeah.
I tell her it is there.
I know
have
for
seen
sure.
the baby. So we come back 3 months later and the baby is kicking. So then she asks me, what did you do? And I tell her, now in retrospect, I must have started to clean house. By cleaning house, what do I mean? I changed my diet, right? So I'd changed my diet so that my menopause symptoms can lessen. With my research, I knew that simple carbohydrates cause certain effects. I didn't like the fact that I was waking up. You wake up, you're feeling cold, you wear a sweater.
Yeah.
You lie down, you're feeling hot, you remove your sweater. You're not sleeping. That is menopause. That's a hot flashes. Hot, cold, hot, cold.
Yeah.
Throughout the night.
Yeah.
Then I go to work. Anyway, so I told her I'd introduced more vegetables. I'd started to run. I took my mind aside from it. And in the end, I say I got my gift. So we do the test. Then she asks me an interesting question. Approaching, maybe 14 weeks. She says, you're going to have to be tested because you're in your 40s. So we want to test for Down syndrome, want to test for all this. And I thought, what are you testing? My baby is walking. I've seen in the dream, the baby is walking. She's fine, and I refuse. I told her, I'm not going to do the test.
Yeah,
I'm going to wait. And I said, the baby will. So she kept telling me, no, you need to be cautious. I gymmed throughout my pregnancy. I had such a beautiful pregnancy. And she was so good. She was my 4th daughter.
Yeah.
With her, there was no
issue.
I didn't have
all.
any issue. I didn't have nausea. I was so happy. It was very simple. And she's here now, she's 13 months.
13 months. And you, so it's the exercise, what? 13 months.
Be mindful. This is the vessel that everything gets to be done through. It is your body. There's not much you can do if your body fails. A lot of us assume you chase things that are fleeting with such purpose, with such effort, with a lot of movement. If your body stops today, it's ended.
That's it.
We are spiritual beings having a human experience.
Right.
That is it.
Yeah.
The spirit is housed in a body. You need to clean house and take care of that body.
So
that
clean
is
house.
fitness.
Yeah.
Clean house.
So clean
Eat
house.
better. Read better. What are you consuming? What are you seeing? Everything has to be in line.
And so that's what you do now. Now you
That
go.
is what I've always done. I've always been in fitness since time immemorial.
Yeah.
Yes. Now I've been blessed. We've managed to co-found 4 gyms. So
Where are the 4 gyms?
So we've got a gym. I'll start with Parklands. We've got Diamond Plaza 2. We've got one at the Hub Karen. We've got one at Junction Mall. And we have one in Embakasi, Southfield Mall.
Wow. So do you go to all of them?
I rotate. Once a month I do, but I am mainly based in Karen at the Hub because after I had my 4th born, I put a baby cot in the office, and that was the bigger office because she was coming to work with me.
Yeah.
So yes, I do manage to go to each one of them depending on what is going on, but not in one day.
Right.
No.
Right.
Because we have managers.
Yeah. But you say that every day, you were exercising when you were pregnant.
Imagine I was.
What?
I'm telling you, Paul was saying you'll be tired. I used to forget. And Paul like, should you be doing that? Then I remember, yeah. There's a bit
pregnant.
No, I did not. I did not feel tired. I did not feel overwhelmed. I did not. And no, I was not searching for my 4th child. I always say she was the one that God knew we needed to have in our home. I was not actively, because I keep mentioning, I did not have periods.
Yeah. So
I did. There was not like.
So you were just
with my kids. I can tell you exactly what I was wearing when I conceived my children. I know, but she's the only one I don't know. I don't know.
It was God's gift.
Yeah, I don't know.
God just
and I think
decided
he was
to
like,
gift
this
you.
woman was so traumatized by
Yeah.
the diagnosis. Let me show her and come through her that I still listen.
Wow.
And I am here and I am part of your story.
Wow.
And I never stopped.
Wow.
And I never
So you
stopped.
got her at
43.
43.
Yes.
You gave birth at 43?
I did.
Can you imagine?
I did. And everyone was like, oh my word, Vinita, how will you manage in your 40s? My 3rd born is 9.
Yeah.
And I told them it will happen. And again, everything was like a surprise. These days, everything has changed. There's electric pump.
Yeah.
Me, I used a manual pump.
Yeah.
There's all these things. But I've also made friends with a younger crowd who also have their kids.
Yeah.
Because I was like, and then she
here-
decided to come early.
Oh, she did?
She decided, I used to tell my daughters, I used to tell them, this baby is coming to attend your father's birthday. She's coming on your father's birthday. And they used to tell me, why would you do that? Because dad deserves a day. And I kept saying it, and for sure my water broke. She's the only child who my water has broken. Like the movies.
Right.
I'd finished exercising, I was napping, and I woke up. It's 8 a.m. and I tell my husband, Duncan, I said, see, there's water. And he's like, what? So he tells me, we go to exercise because it will quicken. With our 3rd born, we did the same.
Yeah.
And there's water. So she came early. She came a week early and she attended her dad's birthday.
She did?
She did.
And she came a week earlier?
1 week. So she was meant to come in April. So in retrospect, she came 4 weeks early, but she came a week before her dad's birthday. So when we sang happy birthday, I even told him, you see, this is the present.
So what you're telling people, V, here is that it is very, very important to take care of your body.
It is.
Because it's the one that carries you through
It
life,
is.
through purpose, through everything.
Through everything.
And if something goes wrong with your body, everything is wrong.
Stops. And we forget. We forget. Even, I'd like to say for those people who are waiting to have a child, a lot of time you find people invest. You'll go to the doctor. You will rush to IVF. You will rush because you want a quick solution. And I'm not being dismissive, but you want an answer because you've waited and you've waited and you've waited. You forget to start the journey so that God meets you starting. How do you start the journey? Start moving. If you have not been moving, you've been sitting and you're crying to God and you're waiting to have a baby. When the baby comes, where is the energy to take care of the baby?
Then you
It's not in the nannies.
bring yourself other issues.
Other issues.
Yeah.
Where is the delivery? It is not right that the baby should pass before.
Yeah.
You can be tired in labor. Journey with purpose.
Yeah.
Journey with purpose.
Journey with
Exercise
purpose.
transcends everything. Doesn't matter, even if you're waiting for a bigger house and you're not able to climb stairs. When that big house comes, who will carry you up the stairs?
Who will carry you up the stairs?
If you're waiting for a job and
Yeah.
the job comes and you get long hours, how will you go through it? Everything is connected.
So work on your body.
Work on your body.
Exercise.
Work on your body. Exercise. Work on your mind. Work on what you're doing. So that when it comes, whatever it is you're praying for, whatever it is you're waiting for, you are ready to embrace it. And you have the energy to sustain it and hold it through to the end.
Wow. I saw, is she 80 now? The greatest.
That lady, yes.
Hey.
Have you seen? And she started late. Did
She
she not?
started at 50, in her 50s.
There you go.
She started, yeah.
There
She
you
just
go.
woke up and said, you know what, I'm starting.
And she started.
And now she's in fact, she was put, I think, on the Guinness Book of Records.
Possibly.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
She was. As the greatest weightlifter.
Meaning
like
it is
fit
possible.
woman, meaning it's possible.
It is possible.
At 80. So what I'm hearing you say is that we must stop ignoring the most important part of our being.
Absolutely.
We must stop ignoring it. And our bodies have signals.
Yes.
They keep, if something's wrong, if something is off, your
Niggling.
body, yeah, it keeps
going.
it speaks to you.
It does.
And so you can actually heal
You can.
through exercise.
You can.
That's what you said.
You can. You can. And also with exercise, you become more self-aware. So you can say that some people may ignore the signs, because a lot of people, when they're ill and your body stops, you say, looking back, I felt that. But for somebody who's already started exercising, they pick it immediately. Today I've woken up, my body is off. Because you're used to conditioning your car, which is your body. Use the car as an example, right? So the body, the outside of the body is this body.
Yeah.
The fuel is your spirit, right? The engine is your soul. So they're all three things.
Yeah.
All in line. But this body, let us not take it for granted, ever.
Because it might mess up everything
else. And then you have to stop. And you have to get distracted to do other things. And you don't fulfill the purpose that you are meant to be doing.
Wow. Yeah. That is powerful, powerful, powerful. Thank you so, so much.
Thank you.
That is so rich.
For allowing me to discuss that.
That is so powerful. Yes. And then you look so young.
Thank you so much.
It's only because of exercise and
Thank
eating
so
right,
much.
eh?
Mindful living.
Mindful living.
Mindful living. I start my day very early. I start at 3 a.m. I do my Bible devotion. And then I start everything else. I can answer a few emails. I can make breakfast for the family before I head out. Then they go. You have to be mindful. Like we said before we began. Remember 24 hours?
Yeah.
We all get the same 24 hours.
Yeah, 24 hours, all of us.
Just take care
mindful.
of what you do with them. Each of us, it's quite deliberate. 24 hours a physician, 24 hours a reverend, 24 hours a trainer, 24 hours a student.
Yeah.
But we all get the same time. What are we doing with it?
What are you doing with your time?
What are you doing with your time?
Be mindful.
There you go. You see, quick student, index 1. You deserve a gold star.
A plus.
A plus, plus, plus.
This is Woman Without Limits. These are her numbers. Please call so that you join the gym. You hear me?
I look forward.
Join the gym. Yeah.
I look forward. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much. That's really, really awesome. Would you just look at this camera and just speak to somebody out there and just tell them, you know, the power of gym and a word? Yeah.
That is a lot. Well, I will do my best. Back to what I say on purpose. A lot of us spend a lot of time looking for purpose. You look for it in books. You look for it in friends. You look for it in movies. You wait for that divine sign. What is my purpose? As you wait, what are you doing to get there? For me, I'm almost turning 44. I discovered my purpose early because it lay in what I love to do. What is that thing that is in your hands? What do you already have? You don't need to go out and look for somebody to speak into you and tell you what your purpose is. You will recognize it. Quiet your mind. Start your journey. Start with movement. Of course, I'll bring you back to movement because I'm a health and wellness coach. But what I do know for sure is if you put in the work with your body, still it, your spirit will speak. And when it speaks, be ready to listen. Your purpose does not lie anywhere else. Your purpose is in you. Your purpose is activated. Still yourself, it will speak, it will come out. I look forward to seeing you at Smart Gyms. Everybody is welcome. Follow me to fit. Be blessed.